Hello, everyone. This is Samuel Jonathan, your public speaking coach. And once again, we're focusing on establishing your speaking legacy. Don't forget, your speaking legacy refers to how you want to be remembered as a speaker, what you want the audience to feel at the end of each presentation. And this really matters because public speaking is a skill that no one can shy away from. It has nothing to do with your title or position. In every field of endeavor, at some point in time, you will find yourself in front of an audience. And according to Samuel Jonathan, when it is showtime, it's too late for rehearsal. And that's why today's preparation determines tomorrow's success. Everyone must prepare for that moment because sometimes that moment is impromptu. You attend a wedding, a bridal shower, or you attend a naming ceremony or a church service, and someone says, "Oh, there's Stephanie. Let her come and share a few words. Hey, Mark, we haven't seen you in a long time. Hey, you've been part of the family for ages. Come and say a few words." And he started with, which is a word that does not exist. You will not find it in any dictionary. And usually that is, "I'm thinking of what to say." And that shouldn't be part of your speaking legacy. You must always be ready to speak. Yes, it's the truth. You must always be prepared. Isn't that the motto of the Boy Scout? Be prepared. All right, so it's not just about saying it, it's actually about doing it. Now, today we're going to take a look at the difference between training versus coaching. The previous episode, we were talking about words that we use interchangeably. They sound similar, or if it's on the surface, they appear to have similar meaning, but they're actually different. There are times where people would say anxious, whereas they actually intended to say eager. There are times that people would say efficient, but the word they were actually supposed to use was effective, and so on and so forth. So you can check on our list of videos or check on this channel and look for that particular episode. It's titled "What You Say Matters." Now let's take a look at training and coaching. Any difference? Yes, there is. Now, training usually involves giving instructions, telling people or a group or a client what to do, and even showing them. Coaching goes a step further. Coaching is more about implementation of that information or instruction that you've received from that learning experience. So coaching is more hands-on, whereas training is about telling people what is right to do or what is wrong, giving instructions. You can even show them what to do. But when it comes to coaching, coaching goes the extra measure that increases efficacy of such a learning experience. And that's why at Samuel Jonathan Coaching, we are more about coaching rather than training. We did this for about 11 years at the Royal Center for Public Speaking, which I'm proud to say I founded in the year 2010. And the outcome, the results were phenomenal, transformational. Why? From the very onset, as the founder, I made it clear we're not going with training, we're going with coaching. Why? We're offering a lifetime guarantee. What does that mean? That means that, look, once you come through one of our learning experiences, especially our master classes, or our courses, or our executive coaching, we assure you, you will never have to pay again for a public speaking course. And We're so grateful to God. We have a proven track record. We've got well over 1,000 testimonials from 13 different countries. So training is more or less like, do this. This is what you should do. This is how you should do it. Now, but coaching would say, no, now you've got the information. Now let's focus on the implementation. Because according to Samuel Jonathan, information without implementation will result in frustration and stagnation. Ooh, I could see somebody writing that down. All right. And you have the permission to use my quotes, provided that you recognize the author of the quote. And that's part of public speaking etiquette. You don't just give a quote. It's important that you go the extra measure or the extra mile to identify, acknowledge the author of the quote. All right, let me give you that Samuel Jonathan quote again. Information without implementation will result in frustration and stagnation. Now, let's go a little bit deeper, and then we'll take a look at one or two examples. You go for a conference, a 1-day conference, a 2-day conference, or you go for a 1-hour seminar. You're so pumped up. You're so excited. And Samuel Jonathan will say, excitement does not always translate to empowerment. You're excited, you're pumped up. You get back to your office, you get back home, you're telling everyone how good it was. 4 days later or a week later, you feel a little bit of frustration. Why? Because you received the information, it sounded good at the time, but now you're struggling with putting it into action. Doesn't that happen with some of the motivational conferences we attend? You've got these quips and quotes that float your boat. They rhyme and chime, but nothing happens in the amount of time. And you're struggling. You're saying, but wait a minute, the speaker said this. How come I can't do it? So the frustration sets in. And then before you know it, there's stagnation. You feel stuck. And sometimes training can do that because you are given the instruction, you are given the information, you were actually shown what to do. But in that learning experience, there was not much hands-on implementation of what you learned. And that reminds me of a popular quote by Confucius. Confucius says, "Tell me, and I may forget. Show me, and I'll remember. Involve me, and I will understand." And that quote helps explain the difference between training and coaching. With coaching, there's more involvement. It's more hands-on. And that's why in football leagues or in the game of football, professional football, you have a football coach. You seldom will you hear football trainer. No, it's a football coach, because a coach will not just tell the players what to do. The coach wants to see them do it right there and then. The coach monitors implementation of the instruction, because that's when you'll have transformation on the field of play. Even in the Premier League in England, yes, they are football coaches. Yeah, you may hear the term manager, but usually that manager is actually the coach. No, not trainer, coach. They don't need a trainer, they need a coach. And when the results are not forthcoming, you notice that football clubs, the management of football clubs, eventually fired that manager or that coach. Why? Coaching is supposed to yield transformational results. And so I'm offering myself. I'd love to partner with you as your public speaking coach and bring out the best in you, because I believe you have a voice and it's time for you to be heard. My name is Samuel Jonathan, your public speaking coach, and I'd love to see you establish your speaking legacy.